Hello students, warm welcome to English language lesson Form 1, Unit 3, Learning to Live with Auntie Etna. This lesson contains in your skills non-fiction book, page number 52 to 57. Now, let me brief you about the content of this lesson. This lesson includes a comprehension passage and you need to read and understand the text and answer the questions. Next, a vocabulary is there. You have to use a dictionary and find out the meanings. Then you have a spelling work. Under that, you learn the soft G and hard G. Finally, there is a grammar lesson which is adverbial clauses. Now, let's see what are the objectives of this lesson. At the end of this lesson, you will develop your reading and understanding skills, writing skills, and your vocabulary, and also you will develop your grammar knowledge. You also will learn how to use the dictionary, and you will gain the knowledge of volcanoes. Now, I am going to explain you the meanings of these difficult words. You will come across these words when you read the text. Then you can skim the paragraphs and find out the meanings of these words using a dictionary and then compare your answers with the text. What is the first word here? Yes, you can find out the letters C-H-A-L-E-T, but we pronounce the word as chalet. There, letter T is silent. What is chalet? Chalet is a Swiss mountain hut. What is the word? Chalet. Chalet is a Swiss mountain hut. What is the next word there? Crater. Crater. Crater is mouth of a volcano. I am quite sure that you have heard about volcanoes, right? So the mouth of a volcano is called as crater. Next word. Next word is magma. Magma is crude mixture of mineral. Crude mixture of mineral. Magma you can find out inside the volcano. Right. What is the next word here? Volcanology. Who is a volcanology? Someone who studies volcanoes. Right? Volcanology. Here you have got another set of words. Read the words carefully and find out the meanings of these words. Okay? Now let's begin our lesson. Learning to live with Auntie Etna. This text has been extracted from On the Slopes of Mount Etna by Francis Kennedy. Have you heard about Mount Etna? Yes, what is Mount Etna? Mount Etna is a stratovolcano located on the island of Sicily, Italy, with historical eruptions that date back 3,500 years. The most recent eruptive period began in September 2013 and has continued through March 2020. Right, now you know about Mount Etna. Let's read. A plaster statue of the Virgin Mary with the lava base trembled slightly as the explosion made the windows of the chalet rattle. It's business as usual up above. Nothing to be scared of, said Rosa Puliо with a dry smile, as Mount Etna noisily vomited up more magma. Rosa, her husband Augusto, and the 12-in-high Madonna were parked on the steps of their souvenir shop at the Refugio Sapienza, the last souvenir station before the climb to the crater. Some 15 feet away, a hastily built earth wall was all that separated them and 6 other kiosks from the molten mass. Civil protection workers have worked hard to divert the lava flow into wasteland below, but a spoiler higher up could bury the entire row of kiosks. I was never afraid of Etna, Rosa said. We live with this volcano. It's like family member. And most of the family, we live quite happily together. I'm not sleeping much, obviously, because we risk losing our livelihood. But that doesn't make me resent Etna. Locals like Rosa, who live in the shadow of Europe's biggest volcano, refer to it as Il Gigante Buono, the good giant. Right. Now tell me, what is the name of the souvenir shop on the Mount Etna? Yes, it is Refugio Sapienza. What are the names of husband and wife who, who run the souvenir shop? Yeah, Rosa and Augusta Tulio. Right. Now let's see the next slide. In the first and second paragraph, you learned about Mount Etna is erupted, then lava is overflowing. Now let's see what is going to happen in paragraph 3 and 4. The slumbering giant stirred 12 days ago and, in spite of its alleged goodness, has since then destroyed sky lifts and part of the Refugio Sapienza, cut the mountain highway in two and spewed immense quantities of lava. The flow has come to a temporary halt about 2.5 miles above the bustling town of Nicolosi. We are used to having lava up above our heads, said Alessandro Cosero, 26, with a chuckle. The only difference is that now it's breathing down our necks. Alessandro is the third generation of a hotelier, family who have been forced to move their premises before. The current hotel, Cosero, was built on the site of the 1983 lava flow, which engulfed the previous premises. Another restaurant that the family owns further around the mountain has been half destroyed by the latest eruption. Everything around us reminds us of the precariousness of material objects. He said, I hope we will be spared, but if not, my brother and I like our father and grandfather, will start again. Right. Now tell me, the lava flow has stopped 2.5 miles above which town? Yes, it is Nicolosi. Who owns the Hotel Cosero? Alexandro Cosero and his brother. Right. Now let's read. Volcanology believe Etna first began regurgitating its red-hot innards more than 500,000 years ago. The Romans thought it was home to Jupiter and his blacksmith. In medieval times, it became associated with the Catholic doctrine of purgatory, Etna being seen as a slice of hell in the fertile paradise of Sicily. But for generations, local people in Nicolosi, the last town before the top, have established a curiously intimate relationship with 10,000 feet high volcano. While people stroll up to viewing points at night to watch the glowing orange spectacle, the rhythm of life in town, which numbers some 7,000 inhabitants outside the two holiday sessions, remains remarkably uninterrupted. Right. Now, tell me, who owns the Hotel Cosero? Yes, Alessandro Cosero. Then, how high is Mount Etna? Yeah, 10,000 feet. Okay. Now, let's continue reading. You get used to the occasional bangs and booms and shakes, said Onofrio, Provenzano, a young doctor who moved to Nicolosi several years ago when he met his wife. I remember when we were courting, I'd jump if the earth moved, but my girlfriend would just take it in her stride. The late Sicilian author Leonardo Cisacia put her finger on the nature of the relationship between Etna and those who live on its slopes. It's like a huge house, cat that snores quietly. Every now and then it wakes, yawns, stretches lazily, and with a swipe of its paw destroys a valley here or there. Swipe out towns, vineyards, and gardens. Yet no one talks of moving. Every morning when I look out from my balcony at the mountain, my heart swells, said Geetana Di Stefano, adjusting a row of lava ashtrays in her souvenir shop. It is a joy to live near such a magnificent force of nature. However, her turnover has plummeted as the usual crowd of hikers, skiers, and tourists flees the area. It's all the fault of you, journalist exaggerating, said Matteo at the local tourist office. Look around you. Do these people look terrified? No. But not everyone is quite so philosophical. I trust the facts, not emotions, said Vito Scandori, a retired math teacher. But the guides who know this mountain better than volcanologists say this time Etna won't go back to sleep in a hurry. What does it mean? Yeah, this time Etna will overflow many years like, right? Okay, now tell me, what impact do you think the tourist industry has had on the local inhabitants of the area around Mount Etna? Yes, tourist has provided the living for the local, right? Tourist has provided living for the locals, right? Then tell me, in what ways might the local business regard Mount Etna with both love and hate? Local business people fondly regard Mount Etna as a family member, right? Can you remember? Yeah, Il Gigantic Buono, the good giant. It is a joy to live near such a magnificent force of nature. Can you remember those words? Yes, right. Right, now you can read the comprehension passage again and answer the questions given in your skills non-fiction book. We are going to learn something new about letter G. Okay, what is it? Do you know letter G have two sounds? What are they? One is hard G, other one is soft G. What is this hard G? Yes, when letter G sounds as G, we call it hard G. Example, goose. When you say goose, you can hear the sound G in letter G. Right? What is this soft G? When you hear letter G as J, sound J, we call it soft G. Right? Example, giant. Giant, you write with letter G, but we pronounce it as J. Okay? That is soft G. Now look at this example, gorgeous. In the word gorgeous, you can hear soft G sound and hard G sound both. It begins with hard G and in the middle, that is soft G. Right? Now let's read these words with hard G. Gallon, gold, anger, finger, goddess, dragon, pig, golf. Once again, gallant, gold, anger, finger, goddess, dragon, pig, gold. You hear in all these words letter G sound as G. It means that is the hard G. Okay. Now let's read these words with soft G. Giraffe, gentle, bridge, cage, ginger, germs, age, magic. Once again, giraffe, gentle, bridge, cage, ginger, germs, age, magic. You hear all these words sound J, isn't it? In the word ginger, beginning G and middle G both you hear as J sound. All these words are soft G sound words. Now this activity is in your textbook. You need to read and find out whether the words sound as soft G or hard G. Once you do it alone, you can check your answers with the next slide what I am going to show you, right? Now check whether your answers are correct. Yes, how many soft G words? Yes, there are 6 soft G words and all the others are hard G words. You have to read and practice them, okay? Let's learn about adverbial clauses now. What is a clause? A clause is a group of related words containing a subject and a verb and other clause elements such as object, complement and adverbial. Right? Now look at this example given here. Subject plus verb plus object makes a clause. Right? It is the subject, trimmed is the verb and object is the fence. Right? Now clauses can be independent or dependent. Right? Independent clauses we call main clause. Dependent clauses we call subordinate clause. According to the number of clauses and the type of clauses they contain, sentences can be classified as simple, compound and complex. A simple sentence contains only one clause. Look at the example here. Rohit broke the record in high jump. Right? A compound sentence has 2 or more independent clauses. Example. Prasad is good in sports and his sister is good in music. There we talk about 2 incidents. One is Prasad is good in sports and other one is his sister is good in music. Right? Now the next one is a complex sentence. A complex sentence consists of independent clauses, dependent clauses or subordinate clauses. You can see what has happened there in a complex sentence by reading the examples given. Right? Now let's learn about adverbial clauses. Adverbial clauses tell us something about the sentence's main verbs. When, why and under what condition the action was done. Adverbial clauses may begin with the conjunction that shows that action depends on what happened before. Right? Read the example here. Manil was at home when her father arrived from Oman. Right? There are 2 things. One is Manan was at home. Other one is when her father arrived his home, right? Now, look at the next example. Although our car broke down, we reached there on time. What is the conjunction there? Yes, although. Okay, what is the main clause? Main clause is we reached there on time. Then adverbial clause is the next one, right? Now we have come to the end of our lesson. I hope you have learned many skills today. Reading skills, writing skills, listening skills, and also vocabulary, and you learn some sort of spellings, right? And also now you learn grammar parts. So you all have learned many things by this lesson. I hope you have enjoyed by listening to this, right? Thank you so much for listening. Have a good day.